Hello and welcome to our applicant evening address. My name is Tula and I am a Year 12 student here at the UTC. The purpose of this video is for you to get an insight into life at the UTC before you join us in September. And what better way to do that than to hear from our students. Firstly, it is worth mentioning that everything you see here has been built by us. This set, we built it. The camera operators, all students here. Sound techs, also students. Lighting, you guessed it, that was us too. See, working at industry standard level is what we aim for with everything we do here, and our tutors actively encourage our creative freedom, which I personally felt as a breath of fresh air when joining the UTC, and I am sure you will too. Now let's get into it. I would now like to introduce Year 10 students Harry, Iris and Charlie. Welcome guys, it's a pleasure to have you here today.
Cheers,
Thank you.
So I'd like to get into the questions. So how did you find moving from your previous school to the UTC?
It was quite an easy, smooth transition because it was easy to make friends and get along with students and teachers.
Yeah.
Coming from another school to the UTC, it was quite easy. The staff supported us throughout the way, answering any questions we had. And then coming here, they made us, helped us make friends, stuff like that. So it was quite an easy journey and quite supportive throughout.
I think it was quite a smooth transition. It was moving from my old school, the only things I really needed to do was my old school had to send my information here, have an interview that took 5 minutes, and then I was here in September. It was quite a smooth transition, there was no complications to it.
Yeah, so you all felt comfortable when you came.
Yeah.
And welcome. Okay. How does the UTC differ from your previous schools?
The things that UTC do different here, they encourage the creative freedom we have. They give us more control over what work we get to do. And the staff are very supportive. They're passionate about what they teach, so it's just better and what's the word called?
Well, I came from an all-girls school, so that's definitely a
Big difference.
Because there's boys here. But I also think that's also a big thing. You get the chance to make friendships with people all genders, all different types of people, and I feel there's no judgment there either.
Yeah.
Everyone's creative, everyone's pretty similar, so it's not hard to make friends here.
Yeah.
The uniform is quite relaxed as well, so it makes it so we don't have to wear tight blazers, shirts.
So you're more comfortable and chill.
Yeah.
Yeah, love that. Do you feel happy here? That's a very deep question.
Yeah, definitely. I think I had bad times at my old school, so coming here was kind of a breath of fresh air, like you said. It was kind of just weight off my back. I could come here and I wouldn't I don't worry every day that someone's going to be judging me. You come here and you be yourself, and it's just such it's just usually I wasn't happy to be at my old school. I didn't want to go,
Yeah.
but in the morning I'm oh, this school is not bad at all. I'm okay to go to school.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm overall happy here. I think it has its moments, but so does any school really.
Yeah.
You wake up, you think it's school, but then you do actually go and you enjoy it once you're there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when you're there, you see your lessons and you go and you're happy in them. You get support, you enjoy them.
And they're creative, so
Yeah.
they're pretty fun too.
Yeah.
It's what you choose and not just a generic pathway which you've got to follow.
Yeah, you think the teachers push you to do the best
Yeah.
you can.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. Okay. How do you find the style of learning?
I think it's very different.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
different to a normal school, because the creative teachers are very passionate about the subjects that they teach, which also makes you
Definitely.
more engaged into the lessons that you in.
Yeah.
It's also quite strange as well because they all have experience in what they've actually done. We've got photography teachers who are actual photographers, and it's quite good that we see them bring their passions into the classroom and then give their techniques to us,
Yeah.
which is quite nice.
It's very hands-on, isn't it? So
Yeah.
you kind of
Yeah.
you're not learning about it, you're also seeing it and you're experiencing it and you're touching the cameras.
Yeah, very practical and
Yeah.
not just.
Yeah, the teachers are able to portray their skills and
Yeah.
show us how to
do it kind
And
of.
yeah,
Yeah.
It's
all
something
the
different every day.
techniques.
It's not the same stuff every day, it's
Yeah.
something different,
Yeah.
which is nice.
And exciting.
you
Yeah,
don't
it's
get
not
bored
just
of it.
repetitive.
Yeah.
Do you feel supported here?
100%, yeah.
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 Can you expand on that?
Not just by like classroom teachers, but also like pastoral and SLT.
Yeah.
I think they're really good at what they do, and I think the way that they support us is effective.
Yeah.
I also think the support here is different to a regular school, because I feel in a different school you kind of just treat it as like a number, but here they get to know your name, they get to know you individually, and they support you through that. They don't just go, oh yeah, that girl, that boy in this class, but like they know your name, they know things about you, and they support you through that. They don't just like have you as a number.
Yeah.
Especially like with SEN as well.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of support around there, and most of the time if you need help like from them, they will help you, but if they're busy they'll get another teacher or someone from SLT like Mr. Berry or
Yeah.
Miss Vardar to help you at that time.
It's also about the relationships you build, get on like with staff, like you build a one-to-one relationship, which is like, it's just nice to have.
It is nice to have, yeah, to be able to walk down the corridor and just be like, oh, you're right.
You can have banter with them as well, like
Yeah.
you can have a laugh with them, it's not just always like,
Serious.
Yeah.
Yeah. It makes you feel a bit more comfortable, doesn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah. So tell everyone about your creative subjects. So what you do, what you learn, how you find it.
who's going first, me?
I don't mind.
So I do TV and film and photography, and they're hard, they're challenging, but the way that you learn and overcome them challenges, it's nice.
Yeah.
Like in TV and film, you like going out creating your own films, planning it, which is nice to have, and then photography, going out doing your photo shoots, editing them, learning new techniques every day. So it's overall good, and then yeah. Elaborate more.
Well, I do photography, TV and film studies, and I think people see TV and film studies and think, oh, they're going to be like the same thing because it's TV and film studies, but film studies is more of a, you learn about the history of film and you watch films and you like analyse them and stuff, but also TV and film is like a lot more coursework, and you like learn about camera shots and like a way of filming, and you get to film your own different things. Photography is fun as well. You get to go out on photo shoots like out of the building, inside the building, so they're pretty interesting.
Yeah, doing film studies with TV and film
Yeah.
is something I personally did.
Yeah.
And it kind of gives you that boost, doesn't it? So like when you go into TV and film after being in a film studies lesson, you've learnt about all these films and you've seen all these techniques used, so that you can go into your TV and film lesson and be like, right, I know this technique, and let me talk about it.
It gives you more information, and you can take things from the other subject and use it in the other one.
Yeah, definitely.
So I do TV, film, graphics and photography, and I feel like you do get a lot of creative freedom with it. Most of the time they just let you like do whatever you, as long as that's not out.
It's okay.
Sorry, stop.
No,
Oh.
go on.
Alright, like with the creative freedom, they tell you what to do in the lesson, and then they just let you get on with it. And sometimes they'll let you like listen to music
Yeah.
and let you just do the lesson, as long as you're not like being a distraction.
Yeah.
Just so like you can get on with the class yourself, and like if you do need help.
How do you find graphics? Do you think it's fun?
It can be fun at times, but at the same time it can also be challenging, because you have to kind of you can't like just do the basics. You have to do as much as you can
Yeah.
and put your whole effort into it, because that's the way you get like the full grade.
Yeah.
And you get the highest marks. Well, if you were to just do the lowest,
Yeah.
you wouldn't get as many.
I think what is also good is not also just them like telling you what to do half the time. Most of the time it's them giving you pointers, and you're going into like Photoshop or whatever you use in that lesson and putting your own creative twist on it, like showing what you can do and what's different.
Yeah.
Which is good. Like no two students work will look the same, which
Yeah.
is nice.
It's nice because it's like if you're doing a project and you're making it as an expected project,
Yeah.
so like you're giving them what they want, they'll be like, no, that's not you, and then
Yeah.
they'll make you do it as
Yeah.
like you're in there
But
in
it's
that
nice
photo.
to feel like that is actually your own, and not like your teachers telling you what to do.
They
Yeah.
also do that, I think, in photography, when like you're not allowed to copy and paste things from Google and stuff, but I think they do that mainly to help you get your own exact ideas down, not from someone else.
Okay, so a final question. What advice would you give to our new year 9 and 10 joining in September?
I would definitely say don't be worried. I know you'll obviously be nervous at first because everyone was, because it's kind of like joining year 7 again. Like it's joining a whole different school with whole new people. But when I was like a week into this school, I was already comfortable. I was making new friends because it's so not hard to make friends here. Like everyone's creative, everyone's accepting of each other, and like it's just like you'll find your way around it as well. Like you'll obviously get lost because it's a new environment, but like a week in, you'll know people and you form names. You'll make so many different friends. Like I think it'll just be like an easy journey.
Don't stress it. You'll be fine. Like obviously you're gonna find it hard at first, but there will be someone out there who you will get on with and you will have the same interests in and make the most of it whilst you're in. It'll go dead fast.
It will go fast.
At the first time, you'll have your assembly about what being joined, about joining, and then next thing you know, you're going into year 11 and starting your real exams.
Yeah.
Entirely what them two have just said, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, you might like have some like struggles with new people, and like some people might dislike you and stuff like that. But that's like completely normal, and like you will find your like who you meant to be with.
Yeah, you'll find your people.
Yeah.
Just be yourself throughout it.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I'd say don't change, like
For someone
don't
else.
act cool, don't like change your personality, because being yourself is the best thing you can do at this school, because when you're being yourself, you're showing your actual creative self and you don't have to change yourself for other people.
Well, thank you guys for being on the show. Now moving on, we are going to introduce to some of our year 12 students who have moved through year 10 and 11 and now study us at sixth form. These students currently study film and TV. During their time here, they have done a wide range of projects such as music videos, documentaries, horror trailers and even live TV. No wonder we are so good at this. They recently attended a trip to London where they visited Harry Potter Studios and even met Lewis Hamilton. Welcome, Riley and Ollie. Hello.
Hello.
You okay?
Yeah, you. Okay. There we go.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
Welcome. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having us.
It's nice to be here. Now let's get into the questions. Okay. How did you find year 10 and 11?
Ooh, I've enjoyed it, to be honest, yeah. You get to meet a lot of new people. There's a bunch of variety of different people. No one's the same, everyone's different. And it's just nice to talk to everyone. Everyone's really friendly. Just get along with them all, even the teachers. Even if you don't like them at first, they grow on you eventually.
They definitely do.
You've made me feel ancient now. I feel like I've been here forever. No, yeah, it's different, and it's a good different. It's not like, you know, you go to school and it's like, oh, you learn this and that's it, you go home. There's always been more to it. Between all the years, we've always been busy.
Yeah.
We've always had projects going on, and it's a lot to take in at first, but at the end you come out better for it, because then you're used to doing more than other people do.
It's a big change, but honestly, it's a better change. So.
Okay. So what did you enjoy most about studying here?
Ooh, I like how small it is. I like how closed off it is, because you get to, when you're walking around, you just know everyone.
Yeah.
You have a nice little conversation with them. Whereas if you went to a public school, you don't really know many people. You've got to meet loads of people, but you get quite comfortable with where you are in a very short amount of time.
I'd say it's how much you can focus on a certain subject, because obviously we're a specialised college. We do significantly less than everyone else does, so we're not doing, like, for example, when we did GCSEs, we wasn't doing 8, 9, 10. We was doing what, I think it was like 6 kind of.
Yeah.
So that give us more time to focus on, for instance, say our photography or our graphics or our TV and film. And even now in year 12, I'm literally only doing TV and film. So that means that I've got all my time and energy that can always go into it here and home. So I'm putting everything I can to it all the time, and that's different to what everyone else has been able to do throughout their school years.
Definitely. Okay. What made you decide to continue studying into year 12?
Well, it's a good question, actually. I think, once again, it's just you already know everyone. You already know a lot of people. A lot of people already stayed. You get along with the teachers.
It's more of like a comfortable environment.
Exactly, yeah. you're more used to it.
Yeah.
So it's, yeah, you just get,
Yeah,
it's just comfortable, I guess, yeah.
Yeah, it's sort of like you understand how the environment works. Like you've been here already, you know that it's like, not to sound biased obviously, but it's like top level in terms of schools that do this. And you get, you know, kind of comfortable to using the equipment that you do, the time that you've got, the things like, you know, building the sets. You get used to that sort of thing, and then you kind of think, well, why would you want to go somewhere else that might not have all of this when
Yeah.
you're used to using it now?
It's like the opportunities they give
Yeah.
you as well, so like work experience.
Yeah, you won't get that anywhere else. I've done a few bits over at the BBC, and I mean, I know you haven't seen it, but I made it to the front page of Manchester Evening News. I know. But yeah, I wouldn't have got that anywhere else. And I kind of like having the opportunity to do things like that because it's something that people aren't going to experience in that lifetime.
I feel like compared to other colleges, you get a lot more closer to the teachers.
Yeah.
They just spend more time on you, so
Yeah.
they're all very kind. They all care about each student, so yeah.
Yeah, they're very like,
It's a nice feeling.
when they see an opportunity of great work, they'll push you
Exactly.
very hard, and you know they'll always throw things at you like, can you do this? Can you do this? So it's kind of like, you know, exciting all the time.
You end up building a close relationship with all the teachers.
Can you tell me any highlights that you have here? Best moments.
Highlights.
There's been,
Right.
I don't know.
It depends what highlights you're talking about.
Yeah.
There's things that we've done personally. So like I said with the BBC, going out to Auto Trader, all that kind of stuff. That was fun experiences. But as a group, we've done.
I would say
few
the
trips.
24-hour event.
The 24-hour event is something that this school does that I think personally is unparalleled to anywhere else.
Yeah, no one else does it like her. Let's be real.
And my God, to have that many students locked in a school
A
for
college
24
with
hours.
you for 24 hours. You kind of get the idea we're not as bad as we look.
I'd definitely say it's a commendable feat to keep us all in the same building for 24 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Um,
definitely an exciting.
But there's little moments all the time that happens. It's sort of like, it's hard to put into words.
Yeah, it would be hard to just pick one thing because there's just so many things that do end up happening here.
Yeah.
You get so many different opportunities, like you were saying.
Mm.
Obviously, you get different events, you get different charity events, and you just end up having fun with loads of people every time.
Can you talk more about your work experience?
It was really bizarre how it happened.
Excuse me.
Like at one point, I think a teacher just approached me and was like, I've been doing this work experience with the BBC, would you like to be on it? So I was like, oh yeah, 100%. It was me and another student at the time called Daisy. And we went over to BBC, literally just over the road. We went on Radio 4, I think we did. We did interviews for, the CEO of Shein at the time, head of sustainability, and then we went to Auto Trader, we went to Boohoo, and it was basically just learning about basically journalism, pretty much. You don't get that anywhere else. It's so
I mean,
bizarre.
meeting the CEO of Shein is crazy.
Yeah, I was
Well,
thinking
I'll
It's
always
exciting.
hold it in high regard that, I don't know if I'm supposed to say this, but I got him to admit that Shein is not very sustainable on live on radio. So I will always hold that in high regard. Something that's impressive.
be an interviewer.
I know, right?
Have you got any work experience you want to talk about?
Honestly, I don't actually have any work experience here yet. I'm looking into it. I feel like I need to. It's probably best. Since you do have all the opportunities, I don't know why I haven't decided to follow up on it yet.
Yeah,
So
you're definitely planning on doing
that's something I've got to do. Yeah.
It was quite
Okay.
scary at first.
Yeah. No. It obviously is going to be, but you get more used to it over time, don't you?
Yeah.
Work experience is a scary thing to go into, definitely, because you're like, I've got such a big opportunity and so much pressure,
But
that
everyone here's so helpful though.
you kind of like, yeah, but obviously going into like newer
Yeah.
places, but then, you know, you go with like your tutors. Like personally, I went on a music video, so I went with my tutor Kingsley, and he kind of made me feel comfortable there and settled me in. So I definitely get what you mean. Do you feel industry ready?
Ooh,
It's a quick
Not
fire
yet.
question.
I feel like I've still got a lot more work to do, but I feel like with all the help that I have here, I feel I can get there eventually.
I feel like I'm more prepared here than I would be anywhere else.
Yeah, that's very true.
It's hard to say definitively, oh yeah, I could go into the world of work right now, because there's still a lot that, to be fair, there's probably people who are like 30, 35 years old in this industry that still don't know exactly what they're doing.
Yeah, there's still always something to learn, so yeah, it's all
Yeah.
about.
But I feel like I could break in.
Okay. And our final question, what advice would you give to the year 9s and 10s that are joining us this summer?
Just be confident. Just try and meet new people. That you're here. Well, you chose to come here. What's the point in just lying back? There's loads of different amazing people.
Yeah.
No one's going to be just rude to you. Like,
Mm.
just have a nice little conversation with them. Have a nice chat, and you just make friends. Just be yourself. Don't try and change yourself, because everyone's welcome here at the end of the day. And that's one of the things that I like.
Don't be like him. Do everything that you can as soon as it comes up, because
Definitely.
the more that you do earlier, the more that you'll get picked to do later down the line.
Definitely.
So if you put all the effort in straight away, you're always going to be the go-to
Yeah.
kind of thing, and then you'll be the forefront of everything. You'll have the most experience. You'll be
The more experience, the
ready.
better.
Yeah,
Definitely.
100%.
Okay, well, thank you for coming and joining me. So we hope you have enjoyed hearing from our students, and it has given you an insight into life here at UTC. We are so excited to meet you all during Applicant Evening. If you do have any questions, there are plenty of us who will be more than happy to have a chat with you. Your teachers are also here, so you can always ask them too. Thank you so much for watching, and we look forward to welcoming you in the UTC in September.